Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video we're going to be talking about truck DOT inspections. Now, for many truck drivers on the road, anytime they see DOT, they want to kind of just lower their head and just keep going and cross their fingers. Please don't inspect me. So in this video, we're actually going to be talking about 7 different levels of inspections that the DOT can perform on you. Now, some of these can be pretty scary, where they're going to go super evasive and kind of check all the details. Some of them are going to be fairly simple. We're going to kind of go through each one of them and how to make sure that you are safe throughout the whole inspections. The last inspection in this video is probably going to be one of the coolest inspections I've ever heard of, and it does happen, and it might be one of the scariest as well. So I'm going to show you different ways on how you can prevent any kind of fines that are happening when it comes to DOT inspections itself. That being said, inspections are super important for the actual safety of the roads and of the pedestrians around you, right? So there should be a certain standard that is kept and that is agreed to, and that's why inspections are done. Do you know that there's about 4 million vehicles inspected in North America every single year? That's a whole lot of trucks getting inspected in North America itself, right? So level 1 of the inspection is going to be called the North American Standard Inspection. And this inspection is probably the most kind of detailed inspection out of all of these. And this is where they're going to go through pretty much all the different major components of the vehicle itself. So one, they're going to be inspecting the driver, of course, right? So the driver has to be there. It's going to be one where they can just pull you over to the side. A state trooper or something like that can perform one of these inspections. And they're going to make sure that you have your medical card up to date. They're going to make sure that your driving record's good. They're going to want to make sure that you have all that registration, insurances, and all that stuff. They'll do a background on you to make sure everything's good there. From there, they're going to start looking at the truck. This is going to be the same exact thing that we actually teach our students how to perform a pre-trip inspection. The same exact pre-trip inspection that we teach our students how to perform and how to inspect. It's going to be the same exact inspection that the officers are actually going to be checking on your vehicle itself. So if you actually understand how to do a pre-trip inspection correctly, not just like a quick little walk around type of thing, then it can actually prevent you a lot of headaches moving forward, simply if you just keep the standards that are required by you. So different things that they're going to be checking, they're going to be checking so many more things than this, but things like seatbelts, brake system, cargo securement, coupling devices, drive lines, drive shafts, exhaust system, frames, fuel systems, lighting, windshield, wipers, and so much more. This is probably one of the scarier ones because this is where they're just going to pull you over. Your heart's going to start beating out your chest, as you can hear here, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden, now it's time to do the inspection. And if you did a good job, and if you're doing your pre-trip inspection, you're getting things fixed all the time, you should have no worries. If you don't, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay the piper. Level 2 inspection is going to be called the walk-around driver/vehicle inspection. So this is similar to the first inspection. The driver is going to be there, but it's going to be much quicker turnaround time. They're not going to get that much in detail in every little piece and nook and cranny of the vehicle itself. They're just going to do a simple walk around. So they're going to be checking things like tires, tire pressure, lights are working, making sure that you have all the required documents that you have as a driver, make sure all your logs are good, all that stuff, but much more simple, much faster to get going. So that means that they can still pull you over, do a quick walk around inspection. They have full discretion on what kind of inspection that they want to actually do for you. The easiest way to prevent any fines from one of these is just going to be making sure that you're doing your pre-trip inspection daily and making sure you're fixing the things that need to be fixed and everything is up to standard. Level 3 inspection is just going to be called the driver credential administrative inspection. So this has really nothing to do with the vehicle itself. They can pull you over and just do a random inspection check on the driver. So they're going to want to make sure that you have all your documents in place. What do we mean by that? Driver's license is valid, right? Do you have any restrictions on your license? So for instance, if you're not aware, say you have an automatic restriction on your license, but you're driving a manual vehicle. That can be a big issue. Or maybe you have an air brake restriction on your license and you're driving a vehicle with air brakes. That can also be a big issue. Making sure that your driver logs are all in line, like the e-log system, making sure that you're running within time, making sure registration and insurance are there, and everything that has to do with the driver on the admin side is up to date. These are one of the inspections that they can just randomly pick you out again and then just check the actual driver inspection. The easiest way to make sure that you can prevent any negative results from an inspection like this is just stay on top of your paperwork, right? So make sure that you set a time in your calendar for medical renewals. A lot of the states actually send you a letter when your renewal is needed to kind of get changed, right? Making sure that you're checking your driver's license. I know myself, since in my wallet, I never check the expiration date, but periodically make sure you're checking these things out. Set timers or calendar invites on your phone to make sure you're reminding yourself And then when it comes to logs, make sure that you're just following the rules. If you're working for a company, they're going to have an entire system that they're going to show you exactly what to do. If you have your own trucking company itself and you're new to it, make sure you set yourself up fairly easy with an electronic log. You can use an app on your phone, or you can have one hardwired into your actual truck itself. Super, super simple. Just make sure all the paperwork's good. Of course, make sure you have your registration and insurance. As long as all those things are good, you should have no issues. Level 4, or if you know Roman numerals, is going to be IV. That means 4. I guess if you're a football fan, you probably know your Roman numerals. That being said, what is level 4? Those are called special inspections. And that's exactly what it sounds like. So these are specific inspections where if specific troopers or if an organization starts to see trends, maybe recall systems or anything like that, they're going to start inspecting individualized things, special things inside of a vehicle. So it could be a specific type of vehicle. It could be a part of a vehicle. It could be a specific type of company that they want to do a special inspection on, because I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but there's an overall score for all trucking companies out there called the SAFER score. And the safer your company is, the better the result. The worse the company is, the worse the result. So that means the actual officials out there who have access to the system can just scan your license plate, see what company that vehicle is registered towards, and then they can actually start saying what the SAFER score is for that company. And at the end of the day, we've all heard the rumors, cops have quotas to hit. So easiest way to hit some quotas is find a company that has a very bad result when it comes to the SAFER score, and then because there's a very high chance that they can actually get a lot of different tickets coming out of them simply because of their past performance. Special inspections, that one is going to be more random to you. You're probably not going to understand where the inspections are coming in from, but when they do inspect, you just have to be open to it and make sure you're ready to rock and roll. Level 5 inspection is going to be for radioactive material. I know that sounds scary. If you're a Simpson fan, you probably have seen the radioactive plant on there. And pretty much this level of 5 inspection is all about how to inspect specifically radioactive material. Most of the people watching this video, most people with a CDL license will never have to interact with any of this stuff, but they're going to make sure that they're going to be inspecting the vehicle, of course. They're going to want to do like a level 1 inspection on the vehicle and on the driver, and then they're going to spend a very long time on making sure that you are transporting it and your cargo securement is on point. Because again, radioactive material has to be controlled, and we don't want it going anywhere, or else there are going to be mutants and all this crazy stuff that you see in the movies coming out. We want to reduce that as much as possible, simply because the containment of radioactive material is super important to the government, as it should be. Level 6 inspection is going to be a jurisdictional mandated commercial vehicle inspection. So this is going to be more of like a specialized inspection. So usually when it comes to these type of inspections, it's going to be usually jurisdictional, which means a specific geographical location itself, right? They're going to be inspecting specific types of vehicles. So generally, this inspection is going to be similar to a level 1 inspection, but not as detailed. But it's going to be for specific vehicles like school buses, limousines, taxis, share ride transportation, hotel courtesy shuttles, and other kind of people movers, as I like to call them. So those are inspections that don't have to be done by DOTs or anything like that. But depending on what city or what part of the country that you're living in, they can have certain inspections mandated as like a business license to actually continue to inspect that vehicle moving forward. So level 7 inspection is going to be the electronic inspection. You want to avoid these, but you really can't. And the effed up part is you won't even know when it actually happens. So how do you actually prevent yourself from doing all this stuff? One, you want to make sure that you're doing the pre-trip inspections, making sure that you're keeping the standards of your vehicle to standard, because the fines that can come from these things can be tremendous. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, it matters how much money you keep. So we want to make sure that we're keeping as much money in your pocket as possible. Now, if you don't have your CDL license, you will never get one of these inspections, because these are CDL inspections. That being said, you definitely want to be able to get these inspections, but first you need to get your CDL license. And in that case, you got to come to the best truck driving school in the entire country, and that's here at Driving Academy. We have plans to open up nationwide. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. See which location is nearest you. If you don't see any location near you, no big deal. Contact our Linden office. We're here to help you out nationwide. Thank you, and have a fantastic day. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to get your CDL license, you know where to go. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com, right over there. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this video right over here. So make sure you check that out. But before anything else, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you soon.